Welcome to online biology revision classes. So, in the previous classes, we were studying about the chapter Principles of Heredity and Variation. So, in that, we were studying some topics which are coming under the deviations from Mendel's laws, isn't it? Like we have learned about multiple allelism, codominance, okay, polygenic inheritance. So all these were deviations from Mendel's laws. Okay, so now next we are going to study about the pleiotropy. So pleiotropy means what? A single gene is controlling many characters. Many phenotypes are controlled by the single gene. Okay, so the mechanism responsible for pleiotropy is actually the effect of pleiotropic gene on the metabolic pathways that contribute towards the different phenotypes. Okay, for example, what phenylketonuria is an example for pleiotropy. Okay, so it is caused by the mutation in the gene coding the enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. So, in this person's phenylalanine hydroxylase won't be produced properly. Okay, so this will result in a number of phenotypes like what? The mental reduction in pigmentation of hair and skin. Okay, so all these are the characters produced by what? Phenylalanine hydroxylase absence, and that is controlling various phenotypes. Is it clear? Then in garden pea also we can see pleiotropy, that is starch synthesis and size of the starch grains and shape of the seeds. They are controlled by one gene. Okay. Then flower color and seed coat color, they are found to be controlled by the same gene. Okay, so like this, what different characters or different phenotypes, if they are controlled by what the same gene, then that is known as what? Pleiotropy. What is polygenic inheritance? Polygenic inheritance means many genes are controlling one character. Here what? One gene is controlling many characters. Okay, so like this, what this phenomenon is known as what? Pleiotropy. So here you can see that capital B, that will be producing round seeds with large starch grains, and capital B small b will be producing round seeds with intermediate size starch grains, and small b will be producing wrinkled seeds with small starch grains. So size of the seed and the shape of the seed, they are controlled by the same gene. Is it clear? Then, so that is about what? Pleiotropy. So whatever we learned till now are what? Means like from where? From codominance. Okay, incomplete dominance, multiple allelism. Okay, polygenic inheritance, pleiotropy. All these are what? Deviations from Mendel's findings. So now we are going to see about a new phenomenon, that is sex determination. Okay, so sex determination, the concept of genetic or chromosomal basis of sex determination came from the cytological observations made in insects. Okay, and in 1891, Henking, he identified some special nuclear structure, okay, all through spermatogenesis in a few insects, and he could see that only 50% of the sperms received that structure and another 50% is not receiving that. Okay, so and Henking, he was not knowing that is chromosome and all, so he simply named it as X body. Okay, and he was not able to explain its significance, and it was identified as what? The chromosome. Okay, it is identified as the chromosome and named as X chromosome. Understood? So like this only, the female means the chromosome which is present in female, only in females are named as what? X chromosome. Understood? So he observed that in insects only sperms 50% sperms are getting X chromosomes. Okay, actually he was simply named it as X as he was not specified about it. Okay, so there are different types of sex determination. Genetic or chromosomal determination of sex is taking place in different ways. One type is what XO type of sex determination. Okay, so this is seen in grasshoppers. Okay, insects like grasshoppers. So here the males will have autosomes and only one X chromosome, but females have two X chromosomes. So the males can produce two types of gametes, isn't it? That is, they are heterogametic. Some gametes with one X chromosome along with autosomes, okay, and some with no X chromosome, only autosomes they will have. So males are here also males are heterogametic, and females are having both X, means they produce only one kind of X, okay. Means ovum or eggs will be of one type. Now, XY type of sex determination. This is found in Drosophila melanogaster, okay, that fruit flies, and in human beings. Okay, so here the males are showing heterogamete. Okay, heterogamete means they can produce two different types of gametes. The females, okay, they produce one type of gamete, that is all the gametes will have X chromosome, and males are able to produce two different gametes, one type containing X and one type containing Y. Okay, and depends upon the fusion. Okay, the sex of the child will be, means newborn or the next generation will be determined. Understood? So males are heterogametic, where you can see in Drosophila and in human being. Next type is ZW type of sex determination. So this is seen in certain birds. Okay, the males will have ZZX sex chromosome, and females are having ZW. So here females are what, heterogametic, and males are homogametic. Okay, so to refer that only the term ZW type of sex determination is given in this. Okay, next type is haplodiploid sex determination. Okay, this is seen in honeybees. So based on the number of sets of chromosomes an individual receives, the sex will be determined. Okay, that is the male honeybees. All the male honeybees are haploid, and they produce their sperms by mitosis. No need of meiosis there, isn't it? Already the organisms are haploid. Which one? The male ones. Okay, and females will be what? Diploid. So they produce the egg after meiosis only. Okay, so they produce what, the six means gametes with 16 chromosomes, both males and females. Females will produce after meiosis and males will produce after mitosis. And unfertilized egg, okay, means if the egg is getting developed into the what, a young one without fertilization, what is that phenomenon known as parthenogenesis, that will produce what, males. And if the egg is getting fertilized, then it will produce the female. Okay, so in this way, here the basis, on the basis of the number of sets of chromosome, whether they are getting haploid set or diploid set, on that basis what the sex will be determined. Okay, so you can see that the male honeybees will not have a father but have a grandfather. Okay, and they won't produce sons, but they can give what, grandsons. Understood? So this way you can see sex determination is taking place in honeybee. So what is the haploid set of chromosomes in honeybees, or in what are the number of chromosomes in male honeybees? 16, and that of female is 32. Okay, n is equal to 60, and in females it is 32. Okay, so that is all about the sex determination. Then next topic that you have learned is mutation. Okay, so mutation results any change in the sequence of DNA bases. Okay, and thereby what change its genotype and phenotype of the organisms. So the mutation can be a single base pair change, and then it is known as point mutation. Okay, and point mutations examples are sickle cell anemia, hemophilia. Okay, so all these are point mutation. What is happening here? Single base pair get changed. Okay, and this can be caused by various agents, and the agents can be physical, chemical, or biological factors, and these agents which causes mutations are known as mutagens. So when we study about genetic disorders, we have to study about the pedigree analysis also, isn't it? Pedigree analysis is a tool to trace the inheritance of a particular trait, okay, abnormality or disease in the in a particular family for many generations. Okay, so the various symbols we use, like what the square is denoting the males, then what you can see, this is the symbol to show females, and if the sex is not unspecified, okay, then it will be shown in this manner. Then affected individuals will be shaded. Mating will be shown by a single line. Mating between close relatives will be shown by two lines. Okay, and the parents and children will be shown in the diagram. Okay, in the pedigree chart, what with in the order of their birth from left to right. Okay, then this symbol is showing what parents with male child affected with disease, and if what in this symbol, okay, a tilted what square is showing what the unaffected children, or inside that if the number is written, that much will be unaffected. Okay, so the mutations, okay, can be of autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, or sex linked disorders. Okay, autosomal dominant means what? The gene mutation is taken place in the autosomes, and the disease will be appearing if that is in the dominant condition. Okay, means any of the gene, okay, if it is means dominant, both the alleles are dominant or any of the allele is dominant, then that character will appear. Okay, and in autosomal recessive, what if that character has to be appeared, then both the allele should be recessive, then only it will appear. Understood? And in sex linked means here the alleles should be present in the sex chromosome. Okay, so autosomal dominant trait is there, autosomal recessive is there, and the sex linked recessive. Okay, so these can be represented by using the pedigree chart. Okay, pedigree charts can be used for identifying all this or representing this. Now, what is chromosomal disorders? If the disorder occurs due to the excess or absence or abnormal arrangement of one or more chromosomes. Sometimes it can be what? An addition, okay, or it can be a deletion, okay. Likewise, if sometimes one chromosome or its parts, understood, if it is not what of the same what chromosome number, or if one is extra, one is less, okay, in that cases what happen, mutation can happen. All this, or its arrangement, okay, if the chromosomes are not arranged properly, like inversion is there, a part of chromosome will be what added in a inverted manner. Understood? So all this will lead to mutations. Okay, and the this kind of situation can lead to serious consequences in the individual. Okay, so this can be studied by karyotyping. Okay, and the chromosomal disorders can be autosomal, as in the case of Down syndrome. Okay, it is a uh, trisomy of 21st chromosome. Understood? Or it can be sex chromosomal, means the addition or what the deletion, or you can say what the means addition of one chromosome or one chromosome less, okay, in the set. So all this can lead to mutations or disorders. So if the chromosome as in whole, okay, or a set of chromosome, if it is getting added or deleted from the set of chromosomes, okay, or genome of the organisms, then it is known as what? Chromosomal disorders. Point mutation means it is due to the single base pair change. Okay, and it can be what? It can be means point mutation follows Mendelian pattern of inheritance. That's what it is known as Mendelian disorders. Okay, so we have studied about Down syndrome, isn't it? Then Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, etc. We have studied. So all these are chromosomal disorders. Okay, sickle cell anemia, hemophilia, etc., thalassemia, etc. are point mutations. So these are what different what main topics of this chapter. So once again we have gone through all this, just go deep, read the textbook very thoroughly, and I'll be sending the questions from tomorrow. Okay, so you will have to study that properly, okay, and try to do. Then practicals we are going to conduct in the school. So I told, as it is very means in the practical examination, final practical examination date is not came, but still it will be offline only. Okay, so it's better everyone should come and attend in the school. Okay, so I'm going to conduct the first practical. I have messaged you in the WhatsApp. So you have to what seriously take it and complete the lab manual very fast. Okay, during this holidays use it, and I'll be asking you to submit the lab manual after this Dashara holidays. Okay, so get it ready so that we can have the practical exam smoothly afterwards. Okay, and I hope everyone have submitted the project that I had given during the vacation and submitted in the school. If anyone is left, submit it fast. I'm going to check it and put marks for that also. Okay, thank you children. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.